Hell's Kitchen at night, where neon bleeds into the rain and every alley hides a threat. The man without fear returns, alone against the underworld. Daredevil stands in the shadow of the city, a blind vigilante with senses sharper than steel. Tonight, the darkness has a name. The streets tremble beneath whispered violence and masked enemies. The gladiator and the masked marauder wait somewhere out there, promising chaos. Across Hell's Kitchen, danger gathers like storm clouds over the rooftops. One man will have to walk into the storm alone. No backup, no mercy, only the echo of footsteps in a city that never sleeps. Daredevil is here and the underworld should be afraid. Hell's Kitchen at night, fog clings to the rooftops and danger stalks every alley. Daredevil, the man without fear, stands alone against the underworld. Foggy still hasn't stopped pretending to be Daredevil to impress Karen, and that means his life is in danger every minute of the day and night. Even now, any one of my old enemies could strike at him, thinking he's me. I can't guard him forever, but I don't know what else to do.
If they come for Foggy, they'll find out what Hell's Kitchen has always known. I don't back down.
This terrifically tense tale has been tested and awarded the Good Marvel Keeping Seal of Approval. Nuff said. Masterful Stan Lee, magnificent Johnny Ramita, melodramatic Frank Giacoya, and melancholy Sam Rosen bring the darkness to life. Hell's Kitchen at night, the city glows under a hard, lonely moon. Daredevil races across the rooftops, driven by urgency and the need to reach Foggy before it's too late.
I can't wait around for praise and applause. I've still got to reach Foggy as soon as possible.
Below, the crowd catches sight of the red blur cutting through the skyline. Awe and disbelief ripple through the street as the man without fear becomes a living legend.
Wow, after seeing how easily he rescued me, it's not hard to believe Daredevil beat the gladiator hands down.
Why, look at him go. Since I've got an audience below me, I might as well put on a good show. Besides, this is the fastest way I know to reach my pudgy partner.
But behind the bravado, a dangerous lie hangs in the air. Foggy must never discover the truth about Daredevil, and Matt Murdock can't risk exposing himself.
If only Foggy would confess that he isn't really Daredevil, it would be too embarrassing. But better embarrassed and alive.
At last, the building comes into focus. Foggy is inside, Matt's senses sharpen, and then his heart skips a beat.
I'm in luck, Foggy's inside. I recognize his heartbeat. There's someone at the window, but how could anyone have gotten there?
Hell's Kitchen at night, rain-slicked rooftops looming over the city like a trap. On a ledge above the darkness, Daredevil and a terrified intruder face the abyss. Daredevil W, what are you doing out there on the ledge? Open up and let me in, unless you want to take my place permanently. I know why you're here. I've been impersonating you, but I didn't mean any harm. Why did you pretend to be somebody easier to explain? You came here to trade jokes. Then answer me, did you see this morning's paper? The paper? No, I haven't opened it yet. Oh no, it's about me. Now the whole world will know. I started the whole thing as a gag, just a harmless prank to seem glamorous for Karen Page. But it's gone too far. How do I stop it? What do I do? Then this is as good a time as any, Dad. You've got to confess that it was a hoax. You couldn't be worse off than you are now. Don't you realize the danger you're in from my enemies? Hell's Kitchen at night, the prison block glows under hard white lights as a fake news crew crowds in. Something feels wrong beneath the cameras and hurried smiles.
This is great, Sarge. We appreciate the break. Can we just have one with that helmet on? Our city editor will love it. Quick, put your helmet on. It's for your own good. Hurry.
The second the gladiator's helmet snaps back into place, the reporters reveal gas masks. In an instant, the room erupts into chaos and choking gas.
The kind of pictures we're gonna shoot won't get in any papers. Let M have it. I don't get it, but what can I lose? This is your chance, Gladiator. We're getting you out of here. Those cameras were phonies. They're shooting tear gas out of them.
I don't need a written invitation. I've got a mighty big score to settle on the outside.
You'll find out later. First, let's get out of here. We've got a couple of cars waiting at the curb. Let's move.
Hell's Kitchen at night, shadows pooling in every alley as a hot lead turns into a trap. The city holds its breath.
What took you so long? The boss don't like to be kept waiting. I stopped for a pizza on the way out. Got any more dumb questions you want to ask?
Watch what you say to him, you fool. We don't want any trouble with a bruiser like the gladiator.
Okay, now that I'm here, what's the angle? You guys gonna start talking, or do I start leaning on you?
Simmer down, gladiator. We're just following orders, that's all. The boss will explain everything. Hop in, big man, you're just in time.
Minutes later, the speeding vehicles slice through the dark and swerve into a deserted warehouse on the west side. Inside, the air turns cold.
All right, this is as far as I go, till I find out who's calling the signals around here.
Patience, gladiator, patience. Don't waste your strength in profitless battle now, for soon you shall have need of it in the service of the masked marauder.
Hell's Kitchen at night, shadows lengthening over wet brick and narrow alleys. The masked marauder stands face to face with another doomed rival.
So you're the top dog around here, huh?
Quite right, my impulsive friend. I too have a score to settle with Daredevil, alias Mr. Franklin Foggy Nelson, and you shall help me.
You swell-headed masked baboon. What makes you so great? Daredevil managed to put the skids under you before, didn't he?
It was merely a temporary reversal. No one can get away with putting me down.
That does it. You will notice that I was not dragged to a police station as ignominiously as you. Daredevil only beat me by accident, but you're not going to be that lucky.
The air crackles with menace as pride turns to venom. In the darkness, each villain measures himself against Daredevil, and both are already losing.
Luck? What do I need with luck? Compared to me, you're as powerless as a shark on dry land. One simple burst of my potent Opti-Blast will show you how unbeatable the Marauder is. The stunning, staggering effect will wear off within a few minutes, for I have only given you a mild application of my power. Then, when you have recovered, I shall tell you how Daredevil is to be destroyed.
But in Hell's Kitchen, every boast invites disaster. And somewhere beyond the panel's edge, Daredevil is already closing in on the trap. Hell's Kitchen at night, shadows lengthening over the city's cracked concrete and rain-slick streets. But the man without fear is not so easily destroyed.
Did you hear the bulletin on the radio? The gladiators escaped. Who would you guess he'd be mighty anxious to find? The one he thinks caught him, me. I can't stay with you 24 hours a day, but with luck, I can find him before he tracks you down. Stay where you are, and don't unlock your door for anyone you don't know.
But what if you don't find him?
I was hoping you wouldn't ask. Things are worse than ever now. My very life's in danger, and I've got to stay away from Karen.
While guarding the law offices of Nelson and Murdoch, we find Karen hounded by eager newsmen flashing questions in the harsh light of day. The secret is cracking open around her.
Please, gentlemen, please. I can't tell you anything. I'll have to ask you to leave now. Perhaps when Mr. Nelson gets here, he'll speak with you.
And elsewhere, a lone figure slips toward a costume shop below the offices, hunting for a clue, while danger closes in with every step. Hell's Kitchen at night, rain-slick streets, dead storefronts, and a silence so deep it feels like the whole city is holding its breath. Daredevil closes in on a hidden trail of danger.
No sounds from behind the door, not even a heartbeat. The store's empty.
A locked door should mean nothing to the man without fear. With a flexible metal prong in his glove, his fingers work like a surgeon's as his senses map every tiny mechanism.
The lock gives way, but it's a dead end. I've learned nothing more than before.
Then, as the final tumblers fall, Daredevil's radar sense explodes outward, and the chilling truth slams into him. No hidden workshop, no costume maker's lair, just a room full of costumed wax figures frozen in eerie silence.
Wax figures, then where's the real danger?
Elsewhere, the night grows darker still. In a den of crime and ambition, a masked mastermind summons the underworld's finest, promising power, revenge, and an empire built on fear.
You all know why I've summoned you and what your mission is. Daredevil has been unmasked. Hunt him down and make certain he never interferes with us again. Those who serve me faithfully shall be rewarded beyond their wildest dreams, but those who fail shall feel the full fury of the masked marauder and my mighty Opti-Blast.
Daredevil pieces it together too late, a name, a plot, a web of enemies closing in from every shadow. In Hell's Kitchen, the hunt has begun, and the next move could be fatal. Hell's Kitchen at night, shadows lengthening across the brick walls and rain-slicked pavement. Somewhere ahead, a trap is closing around Franklin Nelson. Now to the apartment of Franklin Nelson, all of you, but take no unnecessary chances. Remember, now that Daredevil's identity is exposed, he'll be expecting an attack, and the man without fear is a deadly danger so long as he lives. Meb so, boss, but that ain't gonna be too long once we get our paws on him. One more thing, once you have him helpless, leave him for me. The masked marauder must have the honor of actually finishing him. Okay, but don't keep us waiting too long. Me and the boys get kinda impatient after a while. At last, the last grim-faced gunman has departed. Inside the hideout, the masked marauders control Titans like a noose. The effects of my Opti-Blast will wear off any second now. Therefore, don your helmet. I want you to witness my triumph over the doomed Daredevil. Now that you realize which of us is the master, I shall make you my second in command. That is why I had you brought to me. You will keep my ever-growing crew of criminals under control, while I devote my time to planning even greater crimes. It's on that chair right in front of you. I'll do more than that, masked man. I'll ram those words of yours right back down your miserable throat. Now that I'm recovered from your eye blast, you'll never take me by surprise again. Well, don't just stand there, you armor-clad buffoon. Speak when the marauder addresses you. And now you're gonna see who gives the orders around here, and who takes them. Stay back, you witless, bumbling fool. Nobody lays a hand on the masked marauder. Mister, you don't know how wrong you are. Hell's Kitchen at night, shadows lengthening over a brutal street-level battlefield. Inside a cramped shop, a dangerous new ego is rising. All my life, people have tried to give me orders. Customers, bosses, everyone trying to push me around. No longer. I'm too powerful for anyone to push around. I'm the gladiator. And I'll do the same to him when next we meet. On your feet, weakling. I'm gonna rip that mask off your face and see what makes you tick. Hell's Kitchen at night, the city crouches under a blanket of shadow and menace. In the darkness, the fight has already begun.
I will admit your ill-advised attack caught me unaware, you armor-clad oaf. But no one shall peer beneath this mask until I am ready for the entire world to tremble at my true identity.
With your eye blast gizmo out of action, how can you stop me?
That is the first lesson you are about to learn.
Mister, that kind of talk went out with the perils of pollen. You've got as much chance of.
It is not by accident that the top of my hooded mask is made of the strongest cushioned steel available. Even though my Opti-Blast is temporarily unworkable, you shall still feel the power of the masked marauder.
But the marauder's words carry more truth than poetry. Even now, a motley crew of armed reporters closes in on Foggy Nelson's apartment, and Daredevil is racing straight into their trap.
Daredevil ain't got a chance against the whole bunch of us. We'll be in and out before he even knows what hit him.
So you think you can stand up to me man-to-man, huh? Well, I didn't label myself the gladiator for nothing. When it comes to a fight, the trump cards are all mine.
Stay still, blast you. One blow is all it'll take. If I can just tag you, you arrogant fool. We're wasting precious moments fighting each other, moments we cannot spare.
Hell's Kitchen at night, shadows stretching through a cramped, brutal hideout. In the dark, Daredevil moves like a storm with a heartbeat.
You fellas have things a bit mixed up.
I was under the impression that it's my job to get you, though I hope I'm not committing a breach of protocol.
You're blamed right, I can stop him. Just stand back and gimme room. Okay, so you dodged my punch. Big deal, you ain't gonna be able to do it forever.
He's right, which is why I'd better put him out of commission as of now.
Big Joe is somewhere in the chaos, but Daredevil can't break away. He stays in the middle of the storm, refusing to let the gunman aim cleanly.
Come on, little Billy Club, it's waltz time again.
With one swift motion, the fearless crime fighter snatches a fallen floor lamp and charges ahead like a human battering ram. He has to hold their eyes on him, anything to give Foggy a chance to escape.
You'll never know how hard it is to resist making a crack about the bigger they are. The harder they fall. Joey baby.
The move works, their own fear of friendly fire keeps them frozen in place. But the night is tightening around him, and the danger is multiplying.
Oh, others coming.
From all directions, fresh footsteps close in. In Hell's Kitchen, the shadows don't just hide danger, they breed it. Hell's Kitchen at night, shadows lengthening over the battered rooftops as Daredevil moves through the darkness, listening for the rhythm of danger. Rush him, no matter how fast he is, he can't be everywhere at once. Daredevil stills himself, hearing each footfall, each heartbeat, and choosing the exact split second to strike. I did it another second and it would have been too late. Say it again, thug, tell me how I know you've got me. Oh, here comes another eager beaver, about to have his little pipe dreams shattered. I'll get him now. The final blow lands like justice in the dark, and Daredevil stands alone in the smoke. Hell's Kitchen still sleeping, never knowing how close it came to the edge. Hell's Kitchen at night, the owl is pressed in like a trap and danger hangs over the pavement like smoke. Daredevil has driven his enemies back, but the darkness is far from done with him.
You outsmarted yourself that time, masked man. By knocking off so much of the opposition, you left yourself wide open for me to use my iron on ya.
A second figure lunges into the fight, wrestling the assassin from behind just as the weapon comes down. In the chaos, Courage arrives wearing no mask at all.
I may not really be Daredevil, but I won't stand by and see a murder being committed.
Good work, fella. I don't have to worry about any stray bullets skipping around. You're the only one they'll hit.
Foggy Nelson has come through in the pinch, proving a man doesn't need superpowers to stand tall in the dark. But even as one threat falls, another killer is already closing in.
You haven't won yet, Daredevil, no matter how long you can hold us off. The Marauder will be here soon, and that'll be your finish.
I'll take over now, Lawyer Man. This is more in my line of work.
A table crashes between them and the clash breaks the assassin's rhythm, but the moment is slipping away. Daredevil catches the name and the truth sharpens in his mind like a blade.
The Marauder, eh? Thanks, Big Mouth. Now the pieces are beginning to fit together.
Then Daredevil senses it, the gun is still in play, the trigger ready, the heartbeat racing toward murder. In the split second before the shot, he realizes he is not out of the woods yet. Hell's Kitchen at night, shadows lengthening over brick and steel as Daredevil stands his ground in a brutal, close-quarters brawl. The air is thick with dust, rage, and the promise of more trouble.
That won't help you, smart guy. You can't hold onto a heavy hassock forever.
Well then, would you believe a few seconds?
The next wave surges in, boots pounding and bodies rushing like a living tide. Daredevil twists through the chaos, turning defense into a savage rhythm.
Daredevil, look out. The others are starting to rush us again.
He was right, Nelson. I couldn't hold onto that thing forever, and I didn't intend to. And now I'll concentrate on our other romper room rascals. In case I forget to tell you later, I want to thank you fellas now.
With a flash of wit and a brutal strike, he sends the thugs reeling through the cramped Hell's Kitchen shadows. But one man breaks away, desperate to escape into the night.
Okay, class is over for now. You've been ginger peaky about the whole thing. That's all right, counselor. We mustn't be greedy. We don't want to put all the other superheroes out of work. Let's leave him for them.
Gotta get away, gotta reach the Marauder. Have it to tell him about Daredevil.
And so the warning runs into the dark, racing ahead of the night itself. Somewhere in Hell's Kitchen, a far deadlier enemy is about to hear Daredevil's name. Hell's Kitchen at night, shadows lengthening over battered brick and broken glass. In the wake of the battle, the air still trembles with triumph and disbelief.
I can still hardly believe it. You beat them all single-handed.
That's part of the superhero mystique, fella. You've got to put on a good show, or you might lose your audience to some other costumed clown.
Anyway, you certainly came through when I needed you. Too bad your apartment took such a beating.
Oh, well, I've been trying to get the landlord to redecorate it for me anyway. Now he'll have to do it.
But beneath the joking, a dangerous secret is slipping into the open. The false Daredevil mask is about to be torn away.
My idiotic masquerade is finally over. Now everyone will know that I'm not really Daredevil.
It's Daredevil, boss. He licked the whole bunch of us. I never saw anyone fight like him, but I was lucky. I managed to get away.
Lucky, you brainless, bumbling fool. What if he followed you here?
It's Nelson. He ain't really Daredevil. While we busted in on him, the real Daredevil tore into us.
Impossible, you're lying. Nelson has to be Daredevil. Admit it.
The room tightens like a trap springing shut. One wrong assumption and the whole night may explode into chaos.
Lego, why would I lie about it? I don't care if he's really Donald Duck. I'm telling you what I saw.
Then that means we've been going after the wrong man. I always thought Nelson looked too soft, too flabby, and yet I was so sure.
He didn't. I know he didn't, but I didn't tell you the biggest news yet. Wait till you hear this.
Hell's Kitchen at night, shadows lengthening over rain-slick rooftops as the villain's plan collapses in the dark. But anger only sharpens the hunt.
You idiotic, armor-clad bungler. While you wasted time fighting me, my entire master plan has gone to pieces.
And it won't, I promise you that.
Shut up, I have to think. If Nelson isn't Daredevil, then we're starting from scratch again. We can't let him make fools of us, no matter who he really is. We'll have to work together. He can't beat the two of us.
Orders are barked through the lair as stolen papers and plans are shoved into waiting hands. Somewhere out in Hell's Kitchen, the police may already be closing in.
You did well to warn us. Now go. Take all my papers and plans to our alternate hideout. There's not a minute to spare.
Gotcha, boss. Okay, Marauder. I'm stringing along with ya. You got the organization and the know-how, but we're partners, see?
Yes, yes, of course. Until I have no further need of you, you dim-witted fool.
This round goes to Daredevil, but it's only the opening gun in the battle to come. He has merely defeated a few of their underlings, and the man without fear is not done yet. At the office of Nelson and Murdoch, Hell's Kitchen hums outside while inside, a rare moment of peace settles over the room. Karen Page has just heard the news that changes everything.
Oh, Foggy. I was just listening to the radio report.
Well, I sure can't blame you. Then you know about me not really being Daredevil.
How can you say such a thing, you silly darling? I don't know why you attempted that dangerous masquerade, but I'm sure you had a good reason. Anyway, the most important thing is that it's all over, and you're safe and sound.
Foggy's heart leaps with hope, but Daredevil's radar sense catches something else entirely, two figures, close together in the shadows. Too late he sees it, Karen kisses Foggy. Matt freezes behind the doorway, the blade of jealousy cutting deeper than any street wound. He has lost her to Foggy, or so he believes.
Whether you're a superhero or not, it wouldn't change the way I feel about you. After all, I think Matt is the most wonderful man I've ever known, and nobody could be less like Daredevil.
Oh, thank goodness, that's the most wonderful news of all.
Matt hears every word, and the truth lands like a thunderclap in the dark. His worst fears dissolve into stunned relief as love, at last, shines through the noise of Hell's Kitchen.
Karen, what's that she's saying?
Then the mood shifts again, and the trio tries to savor the moment while a long shadow gathers over their future. Somewhere beyond the office walls, danger is already closing in. And there, in the quiet after the storm, one thought burns brighter than fear. Matt Murdock still has a chance. But in Hell's Kitchen, peace never lasts and the next trap is waiting.